Hey everyone, I want to make a video about Peach Bomb-omb. I have been having audio, so bear with me. Uh, yeah, I've recorded this several times, and sometimes the audio just cuts out. Not really sure how to deal with that, but I'm hoping the audio is okay this time. The point of this video is to go over a bunch of information that most people are not familiar with, most Peach mains aren't familiar with. It's also to go over some information that was recently found within the last few weeks about some crazy Peach shield pressure with Bomb. So how this video is going to be structured is 4 phases or states of Bomb-omb. The first phase or state is just this normal state when you... I'm not going to say a whole lot about this. If you play Melee, you know about this state. One sort of foreshadowing for later is that if you hit a shield in this state, the bomb explodes. That's foreshadowing. Next state I want to talk about is the pacing state. That's this when you put a bomb on a platform dropping through. There are other ways to set this up. It works anytime that a bomb has low enough vertical velocity and lands. You can do this on the ground like that. It's pretty inconsistent though, and it's got a tight frame window. You can also throw a bomb upward, and at the apex of its upward throw, it has low enough vertical momentum that if it lands on a platform, it will start walking back and forth. You can do that on Yoshi's. Shoutouts to PGH Carroll. It's pretty much useless, but I want to include that for completeness. Really important thing to know about pacing bomb is which way is it going to start pacing when you drop it. Because let's say I want to drift this way and it goes that way and kills me, you know, something like that. So it starts walking the direction you're facing when you pull the bomb. So I'm facing to the left, this bomb's going to go to the left. I'm facing to the right, this bomb's going to go to the right. That's just important information to be aware of. There is still more information about the pacing bomb. This is the most complicated bomb type, so the other information is about pushing the bomb off the platform. There's 3 ways you can do this: shield, toad, or air dodge. Really only going to talk about air dodge because that's the most consistent. So you want to use your ECB of your air dodge to push the bomb off, like that. Also, when the bomb falls off, there is a chance it just disappears. It's not a high chance, but it can happen. So let's see what happens when the bomb gets pushed off like this. As you probably noticed, that's much longer than the normal drop on the platform. Normal drop on the platform, it will walk 100 centimeters. On the ground, once it gets pushed off, it will walk 500 frames, which is way longer. So there is an incentive to push the bomb off. Just keep in mind it could randomly disappear and you get nothing. Okay, so that's pretty much it for the pacing bomb. The third state I want to talk about is the fuse bomb. So this is at the end of the pacing animation where it flashes down and then blows up. The countdown timer is 90 frames, a second and a half. Afterwards, the bomb will explode. So there's some interesting stuff about this for sure. So one interesting thing is you can stall the countdown timer with up B. You cannot stall forever because up B has always 4 frames of landing, so like the bomb will always count down during those frames, but you can stall a long time up being over and over. Another thing you can do, another funny, tricky thing you can do is self-detonate Toad using the bomb. So if you land this really close to the opponent, it can do like 35 to 42%, depending on how many of the spores land, and if like the big hit near Peach's Toad lands or not, which is going to do 25% if it lands. So that's the basic stuff about the fuse bomb, and that's what we knew for a long time, but the new stuff with fuse bomb is related to shield pressure. So I foreshadowed earlier that Normal bomb doesn't hit shield. That is not the case with fuse bomb. I think they literally just forgot to program it to not hit shield. So it does 25% damage. So I mean, it eats up shields. It just destroys shields. Now it's not quite as simple as just landing the bomb while it's in the fuse bomb animation and hitting shield with it during that time. You need to hit shield during the last 1/3 of the bomb's life cycle. So that's the last 30 frames of the 90 the bombs in the fuse animation. I'm not really sure why it only works during those frames. I bet it has something to do with like the game updating the bomb differently during those frames. I'm not entirely sure. But you need to hit during the last 1/3. So what do you do once you break shield? Well, you probably generally want to try to recatch the bomb and punish Fox when he lands with the recatch. So I up B'd as soon as I caught it, and that is to stall the timer on the fuse bomb. Because if I didn't stall the timer during Fox's shield break animation, he is intangible, so I can't hit him during that. I need to stall the timer until he lands when he's vulnerable to use the bomb explosion. So that's why I up B after catching the bomb. Once you land from this, there's multiple routes you can take. The route you just saw me take that time was shielding, but you can also spot dodge, which I'm less good at. The advantage of spot dodging is that you're not going to take shield stun, and it's probably going to be easier to follow up afterwards if this is a low percent punish you're going for. When I've got Fox to set up, so generally, if he shields, like, I can't shield too early is how I've got it set up. So it's to teach me the right timing. Yeah, I am messing this up. You can also Toad. So Toad is like the most damaging option. I think it always does at least 35%, but it can do up to 42. Let me land the spot dodge follow-up. When you go for spot dodge, when you go for spot dodge, you generally want to land behind Fox. That's because of the position of his hands during the animation. So let me show that off. So I'm going to buffer spot dodge. As you can tell, it comes out behind me, and that's because the bomb is always going to explode where Peach's right hand is. During spot dodge, the right hand is all the way in the back. So that's why you want to land in the back if you're going for the spot dodge. Yeah, so that's pretty much all the information about the new Peach shield pressure stuff. I'm going to move on to the fourth final phase of Peach's bombs, which is really short. Not a whole lot to it. When I was like 16 and found this, I called it Strange Bomb, so that's what I'm going to call it now. And it is when you catch the bomb once it lands here. It's pretty much exactly like a regular bomb, but has one weird quirk. And that quirk is if you drop the bomb, you instantly explode. I'm not exactly sure why that happens, but that's how it works. There's the bomb randomly disappearing. You can reset the state of this bomb by just throwing it, recatching it. Now if you drop it, it'll be normal. So yeah, that's the 4 phases of Peach's bomb. I hope that was useful to Peach mains and non-Peach mains alike.